Mike, wonderful morning here, Macquarie Bank, centre of London, 35 floors up. Can you quite believe it's another partnership from Lord's Taverners and commercial business?
Yeah, it's been a great effort by the team to secure Macquarie Bank, and it's I know it has some sporting history being an Australian bank, but it really is one of those nice partnerships where there's a bit of something there that is tangible to create a partnership. So the table cricket is an awfully wonderful sort of thing that's been put together. Gene Ratcliffe and one or two others who really thought of the idea and put it together have at last got the support they deserve, and it's great to see Macquarie Bank supporting the table cricket, which gives a great deal of happiness to lots of people who are not as well off as we are, or certainly disadvantaged kids. So when you see the finals, or you just see the way they play through the sort of, if you like, the regional times and games, they really get into it. I mean, it's a one time they can as a person play a game that is something they can actually compete in, and they are competitive. It's unbelievable how competitive they are, and this will enable us to spread our sort of feelers out for a bit more, to try and get a few more teams in, to really encourage it to expand and really sort of get to a lot more people who might like to play.
And of course the finals later in the year up at Lord's.
Yep, we always have it at Lord's. It's great, and last year we managed to have it out on the pitch. The MCC are absolutely fabulous, and they put a sort of a rig up just at the nursery end, just onto the pitch, and we played the final in the outdoors under the sun, which was absolutely tremendous, with the pavilion in the background, and so again, another one of our partners, MCC, have enabled the kids to have a very special day where they were allowed to play on the pitch at Lord's in their final.
We're talking on the pitch, again, a busy summer for England this year. India and Sri Lanka coming, of course, but on the back of a wonderful win in the winter for England. You must have been quite pleased to see it happen again.
Oh, it was nice after 24 years, just getting rid of the tag, if you like, as the last man. It's great, and the boys played wonderfully well. They prepared well, they focused well, and everybody contributed, which you have to do down there. You have to contribute as a team. It's never just about one or two people. It never works. The whole team contributed. It was a great effort, and the result was fantastic, and it made a lot of people very happy over here. So we're looking forward to the summer now. I mean, there is the World Cup, but certainly on the home basis, we've got two very good sides in India and Sri Lanka coming over, with some great players in both sides. So it should be a wonderful summer. Keep our fingers crossed about the weather, but it's going to be number 1 in the world versus number 3 in the world. So it really is going to be a wonderful summer, and of course followed or preceded by number 1 and 4 in the world.
Just on that, I was going to say it's a busy summer for the players with all the schedules now, but this World Cup, it's sort of 6 weeks of a lot of cricket, but the best teams in the world. And how do you see England performing and the World Cup in general?
Well, it's a long period, 6 weeks. I mean, there's not an awful lot of cricket, but there's a lot of sort of travelling, and it's one of those things where you are going to play some matches, but you'll have some time in between. But as I say, trying to come from an Australian summer where the wickets are slightly different, I think we're finding that Australia have been struggling in their warm-up matches just to get used to the pitches. But that's exactly what the warm-up matches are for, to make sure you get used to it. And obviously our game tomorrow against Pakistan is going to be important, to get the guys together, to get the team ready for the first match, and to get them focused, because unfortunately we've had a few injuries, and one or two people haven't quite arrived out there yet. So it's a question of Andy Strauss and Andy Flower getting the guys focused, because they quickly have got to focus and get into some sort of rhythm and actually move forward in the competition.
I do suppose it's an example of why squads have come into international cricket now, but also why the counties have to produce more players that can play for England and play at the right level. Yeah,
that's right, and I mean, hopefully the ECB along with the first class counties have introduced this incentive to play some younger players, and it's really borne fruit already. We found some young players that perhaps the counties hadn't given a chance to, and all of a sudden we've unearthed some very good young players now they've had the chance. So let's hope that continues, and that we can actually, with our process below that, with the work that David Graveney does with the elite group down below that, we're able to get the guys prepared a bit earlier and a bit younger, ready to play Test cricket.